Okay, welcome to week 4. How's it going? Are you confused yet? Hopefully it's starting to get the hang of the course here. It takes a bit. We're doing some new things here with the course, so hang in there. We're all going to get through this thing. All right, we'll all be better for it. All right, so here we are, week 4. So what we want to accomplish this week for goals are to begin creating visualizations in Tableau, and also establish a vision for our portfolio projects. And those that come out to, and this is the calendar and grading document, those are tasks 12 and 13. But I want to change things up just a little bit here. We're going to still do task 13, but instead of 12, I'm going to modify that somewhat. So instead of taking an exam in Cubicle, you're actually going to get some hands-on work with Tableau, which I think will be, in the end, better. You'll be better for that instead of just taking the exam. So let me show you this replacement activity for task 12. It's still due the time listed here, but let me show you the replacement activity. So hang on one second. Here we go. So what I want you to do is summarize the following Cubicle videos. 200 minimum 250 words each, thereabouts. Do I count these? Usually. But you know, if you're 245, well, maybe make the next one 255. Anyway, each one needs to be about 250 words, which isn't much. And this is going to take some time. And it's also going to be, honestly, a little bit confusing in this part of the class where you're learning new components and what Tableau can do. It just is a bit overwhelming, but just hang in there. Eventually it will sink in. The Tableau's from almost everyone in the class, brand new, and it's just kind of one of those things that you just have to hang in there. So this week is about hanging in there, and I'll help you. I won't let you get too lost. So anyway, watch each one of these videos, and then summarize each one, and I'll show you where that is in Cubicle. So hang on. So here we are in this learning path for Cubicle, and I'm talking about these videos here, creating visualizations in Tableau. 11 lessons, 3 exercises, and 1 exam. You don't need to do the exercises or the exam. I want you to, it's actually 10 of them I want you to summarize. Watch them, summarize them. And so here they are. Each one of these are the 10 that I want you to summarize. Summarize each one of them. Watch, look, you're talking about some time here. And my suggestion is to not do them all in one setting. That'd be impossible. Maybe like, 3 and probably no more than 4 at one time, but even 1 or 2 sometimes is the best way to go. You kind of got to gauge that. And I typically like to watch this type of stuff when I'm at my best. And for me, it's the morning. Not the way for everybody, but find your best time if possible. I know most of you are juggling work and other school stuff, but find your best time where you can really give your undivided attention to these videos, summarize them, and let them sink in. Okay? Let them sink in. It'll take a little bit, but that's just the process. Okay. So that's this. That's that. Take a while. 10 points. All right. Now, let's talk about this. Using the Superstore data, create a box plot. And using the Superstore data, create 2 charts in one, also sometimes called dual axis. So I want you to create those in Tableau and upload it to D2L. And you're probably going, what? What? That's what I would be doing. Not that big of a deal though, right? Well, let me walk you through it, okay? And this is the part where it's really important to get the hands on. So you have to have Tableau on your computing device, and let's get at it. Let me show you how to do this. Okay, this is my desktop. Sort of cluttered, right? And look how big these icons are. I don't know how I did that, but they are. But now that I've gotten a little bit older, I'm okay with it. I just left it. So, oh well. Anyway, so here it is. Here's my desktop. So if I go in here, I could access Tableau that way. I also have it here, right there. So the point of the matter is you need Tableau to do this. So you should already have it. We're in week 4. If you don't, you need to let me know right away. You should already have it downloaded. As a student, you get it free for a year, so that should already be there. All right, so let me just bring it up. So you pop it up, double click it, whatever, however you want to bring it up. Here it is. This is what greets you. And these are things I've been working on right here. But this might look a little bit confusing. This will become old hat in a bit. There's this connect pane right here, all these different files. And what did I say? I said Superstore. Let me go back to that. Let me bring this back. I said, what did I say? Using the Superstore data, create a box plot. Okay, what do I mean by that? So basic idea with Tableau is it doesn't change data. It grabs data that already exists and then visualizes it, analyzes it, or allows you to do that, each one of those things, but it doesn't create data. Data already exists and you grab it, you find it, you grab it, you bring it in. You copy it essentially, or you latch on to it, maybe a better way to say it. And this is the connect pane. This is a key idea of Tableau. And so what I said is a Superstore data. But so where is that? That's in this thing called Superstore right here. This is a saved data source. So that means it's embedded. This is a training source that's used throughout Tableau to train folks on Tableau. So it's already embedded in the application when you downloaded it. So that makes it easy. It's already there. Like if it wasn't there, and as you work through your projects, you're going to have to go like whatever kind of file it is, you're going to have to connect to it like this to a file, connect to a file, and there's just lots of them. There's lots of different files you can connect to. More. It's like it just goes on and on and on. So anyway, so we'll get into that later. But right now this is easy. First one should be we're going to use a saved data source called Superstore. So I'm going to bring it up. Thank you very much. All right, here we are. This pops up. And blah. What is this thing? What is, I've never seen anything like this before, right? All these different things, and you're going to learn about dimensions, measures, sets, parameters, all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. But before we get there, let's go to what you know, right? You know Excel files or CVS files is a type of Excel file. So let's go and just, here is this thing called, it's an Excel file, sample, Superstore. So this is it. This is what we're going to use Tableau on, embedded in the application right here, and we're just going to use this because that's what they use as their training database, so to speak. So we're going to use that. So I'm going to actually take this even one step back and say, you know what? Let me see the Excel file. Seeing's believing, right? So I downloaded this file, which you can do. You can download this stuff. So I downloaded it, and let me just show it to you. Okay, here it is in all its glory. Sample Superstore CSV. It's downloaded from Tableau. I didn't do anything to it, honestly. I didn't. And this is like a big mess, right? And Tableau is going to make this pretty. You are, with the help of Tableau. And we're going to get you started here. So it's big, right? Look at rows. It's almost 10,000 rows. And each one of these rows represents a transaction for this fictional company called Superstore. You can get into all these different things. Notice this first row is columns of what these things are. So look at all these different things. Profit ratio, category C, blah, 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 blah. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Region, all these different ways you can slice it. I'm going to focus on this to create a few things. Segment. So all these almost 10,000 transactions fall into only a few segments. Consumer is a segment. Furniture, home office. So anyway, that's the gist. It's a mess, right? Actually, I'm going to focus on this category. It's a mess, right? I mean, everything we do in Tableau, we could do in Excel if we wanted to, but we get carpal tunnel. We would. We just got to learn Tableau. So we're making this easier. We're making it more efficient. That's why people who know Tableau are valuable. They don't spend all their time day upon day, hour upon hour, week upon week massaging this. They know Tab. They learned it. The 6 months or more it takes to learn it is worth it because in the end you become very efficient. But this is the file. That's it. All right, let's go back to Tableau. Okay, I'm in Tableau, and I just want to, this honestly, just hang in there with this. This can be very confusing at first. It is. This confusion will go away in a few weeks, but I just want to show you a couple things. So this is what first pops up, right? Just for this, look, I'm hitting this thing right here, this icon here, Tableau icon. So this is what first pops up. I hit this sample Superstore. I'm going to double click it just for fun. Here came some. This all of a sudden got confusing. Now I got two because I double clicked it. It doesn't matter. I don't need that. I'm going to close it. Here I am. That's the data source sample Superstore. Okay. And now I'm going to hit this thing down here. Follow the cursor. That's this Excel file I just explained. And these are different sheets. We'll get into that later as we move through. Not on this video, but just don't worry about it, okay? Just follow me. We're just brand new to it, so don't freak yourself out. Or me, you'll be okay. But I do want to show you this. This is vital. Okay, look at this. Orders, field names are in the first row. They are. Field names are in the first row. And those field names came up here. Field names are in the first row. If I didn't have that, it would be a mess. Field names are in the first row. So that just syncs up with the Excel file. Don't believe me? Let me show you. See, field names are in the first row, right there, Excel file. Told ya. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, there it is. All right, it's important to get that. If you don't get that straight, all your analysis that follows is all messed up. You don't want that. All right. Okay, field names are in the first row. Got that. I got this. Sheet, order sheets. Field names are in the first row. We're good. We're good. Now I'm going to hit this thing called Sheet 1. Okay. As you make your way through the videos and begin to understand these things of dimensions and measures and sets, and that will become intuitive after a while, but don't get too hung up on it as we first just begin this journey, Tableau journey. So let's look and see what we have to do here. Okay. So what I want you to do by the end of the semester is start to become intuitive with the software. It'll take that long. It just will. It's complicated. But one of the things that makes people intuitive is improvisation. You improvise. What's the only American music idiom unique to America? A lot of people think it's jazz. Jazz, improvisation. And so eventually I want you to get to this point towards the end of the semester where you just get in here and you're improvising and you're just moving stuff around because you have a mastery of the details, enough of them to improvise. So let me just give you an example. So we have to create this thing called a box plot. That's the assignment. But so what? So what? I don't have a sense yet of this data. Almost 10,000 rows of data. What's the first thing that I would want to do? Well, as a former salesperson and as a marketing manager, really what I want to know, first thing, now if I was an accountant, I'd think differently. But what I want to know is sales. If I was an accountant, I would probably want to know costs. So, but as a salesperson mentality, marketing manager person mentality, I want to know sales of these over almost 10,000 rows of individual items. I just want to know, hey, how much does Superstore sell? So, okay, I'm going to grab this thing called a measure. Notice it's green. And I'm just going to go and put it there. Look at that. A little over 2 million, almost 2, a little bit over, approaching 2.3. Not bad, but what does that mean? So what did that do? What just happened right there that quick? What happened? Let's go back. Let's return to data source. Always a good thing. Let me return to the data source of Superstore. Okay, so here it is. I want to show you. So I'm just right-clicking this. Or I'm going to click this. This shows the data, the CSV file data, and I could, if I wanted to, export it all rows underlying data. If I wanted to, I could just name it something here, put it there, put it in Excel and do a formula on it, and away we go. I don't want to. There are better things to do. That's what it's doing. It's going and grab that CSV file and just performing that task. Simple enough in Excel, but even that would take some time because there's almost 10,000 rows. So I have the sense of how much is sold, but that just means nothing. So you sold what? 3M, my sales are whatever, Best Buy. It means nothing. First thing I need to really understand is, what time period. Otherwise, it's like it's a meaningless figure. So what I'm going to do is take order date and put it on columns. Okay. Took that figure and divided it into years. And this is starting to make more sense to me now. Okay, what do I know already? Well, it's a good thing. As a business person, as a marketing analyst, as a marketing manager, as a salesperson who gets commission check, it looks like, well, we're making more money in 2019 than we did in 2016. Thank goodness. Already, I think this is interesting, right? This shows a company that has a potential of being healthy. Look at this. They had this was actually less. 2017 was less than 2016. Problem, almost always. But then 2018, we a strong rebound, and again in 2019. So things are looking up. But again, it's not enough. Broadly speaking, I had a salesperson manager tell me one time, said, Don, easiest thing to do in the world is sell a $10 bill for $8, right? Kind of a business cliche. So this, maybe it stinks. Maybe it's that much because we gave the house away. So what do we need to know? We need to know profit. So what's the profitability? So again, we're just improvising as we begin our analysis here. But I want to know. I want to know, is this a profitable place? If it's not, I don't want to hang out here. I want to leave Superstore and find another place to work. So let's try to figure that out quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take profit and just put it in here, and then there it is. Word to the wise. When you first start with Tableau, this is very, even though I just did look pretty simple, it's very confusing because you can kind of move it up here and it's like that, or you can move it, maybe I could do it like this, same thing, or I could go like this, and boy, none of that makes sense, and don't worry about it. This will become more intuitive as you work through it, but what I just did is I just put it here, text. Both of these are in text. Don't worry about all this stuff up here yet. You'll get it, but just kind of follow my strokes. All right, so what does this say? It says, broadly, sales are increasing and so is profit. Yes, hooray. That only took me a few seconds, literally, to take that Excel file and figure that out. Once you know what Tableau, of course that takes 6 months, but so what? That's why you're in the class, right? Anyway, so there it is. I want to know this type of stuff before I begin any analysis. As a business analyst, as a data analyst, I need to see, me personally, I need to see the big picture. That's the big picture. Superstore is an okay place. Superstore management's making some good decisions. Superstore, I'd be okay working there. Maybe as a salesperson, even as an accountant. No, not accountant, that's not me. But anyway, I have this big picture just through quick improvisation with Tableau. Now I can kind of sink my teeth into it. So let's do that. Let's sink our teeth into what's required for this week's assignment. Okay. All right, I'm almost 20 minutes into this video. So if you need to stop, come back, move forward, whatever. I've given controls on it so you can move around. Take a break and come back. And that, I won't be offended. I won't know. But this just takes a while to explain it at first. So anyway, so here we are. Using the Superstore data, create a box plot, 10 points, and using the Superstore data, create 2 charts on one, 10 points. Watch the video. Okay, let's do it. Let's create a box plot. Okay, let's get rid of this. This is one of the cool things about Tableau. Get rid of this. Get it off the screen. I don't want to see it. Bye, bye, bye. Here we are, blank screen. Notice it says sheet 1, I haven't saved anything. So what is a box plot? First of all, it's right over here, all these different visualizations you'll learn this week. That's it. It says it needs 0 or more dimensions and 2 measures. Blah, blah, blah. Is that what it says? Oh, 1 measure, okay. I'm sorry, right here, right there. Okay, box and whisker plots. Try that. It says, all right, but so it is really, the video on this does a good job of saying box plot is really another way of looking at averages, giving more detail on averages. Okay, fair enough. So I want to know what the average profit is. Okay, I'm going to put that there, and profit, and I can put it here. So sum of profit, but I want to know the average profit. So this is what this figure is right here, is all the profit for all the years 2016 through 2019. Add it all up and it's that figure. That's super interesting particularly, but good to know. In business, we don't think about previous, we don't. Anyway, what have you done for me lately? Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to average. So I'm going to do like this. I'm going to go to average. Okay, so this is a totally different concept. Now I'm in average. This is one of the challenges of Tableau, is when you do something like this, you go back and forth, it's like you just changed the whole analysis. So you have to be able to wrap your head around it, and that takes a little bit of time. But I want to figure out average profit. Okay, and I want to figure it out by this thing called categories. So, and that's just different things we sell to. We sell to furniture, we sell to office supplies, and we sell to technology. I'm just going to swing this around. Looks like this. So the average profit, I'm going to say right now, furniture is a loser, right? Essentially, or not a big winner. Average profit in furniture is $9. 20, all of a sudden technology, yes, 79. That's a huge difference, right? As a marketing manager, I'd be going, wow, I wouldn't want to be the marketing manager for furniture. Just saying. Anyway, so here we go. Average profit by category. All right, that's cool. But a box plot is a measure of average, right? All of a sudden I got this. Okay, do I have what I need here? I don't know. When you're starting, I'm just going to press this. What do I got? I have this thing called, so this is the average profit. After what, you need to watch the video, and it shows me this is interquartile range and the average, and it lists all of them. But I want it broken down by different segment, really, by different category. So how do I do that? And text. And the videos are a bit confusing about this part of it, but let me just show you what you need to do. Okay, just watch. Okay, just watch. All right, so I'm going analysis and aggregate measures. Okay, so it kind of looks like this. So I'm going to go analysis, probably get something that looks like this. Then what I want to do is I'm going to put category here. Okay, analysis. There it is. I can't take away your confusion. You just gotta bang through it and spend some time with Tableau, but I can show you the keystrokes, which I did. So this, as the video will explain, this is a box plot, and this is for each division, and it shows what the average is, this thing called interquartile range, that. That's all you need to do, okay? I'm going to save this, okay? I'm going to save this as a, this is important, TWIBX file, this is called. So I'm going to save it. You need to save it too. I'm going to save it, but watch what I'm doing here. Not as a TWB, Tableau workbook. I want it as a package workbook, often called a TWIBX file. Okay, so I'm just going to go replacement exercise 12. I've already done it because I've already saved it. But I'm just going to save it again. I might just give it that just for fun, so I have something separate. Okay, I saved it. It's there as a TWIBX file. Let me save it here just because I get paranoid. And that's we've accomplished something here. What did we accomplish? We did this, okay? Box plot. We created it, honest. Now let's create 2 charts in one. And watch the video for that. Okay. Okay, so here we watch me, watch where I'm at here. Sheet 2, so that's sheet 1. Thank goodness we're done with that. Now I want to create 2 charts in one. Also, sometimes called a dual axis. It looks like that. And so, what do I? So the last one we had average profit by area by category, and that was interesting. But I want to look and see if for this one I want to show if there's some type of relationship between sales and profit and what that might be, something like that. So let's just kind of freeform this. So I want to know, I want a chart on sales and I want a chart on profit, average profit. So, okay, let's do a sales chart first. Okay, so hang in there with me. So I'm gonna do sales and profit by year. So I'm going to, first thing I need to do is figure out the year. So I'm just going to grab the order date. Okay. Then I'm going to do sales. Okay. Sales on rows, order date. That's boring. But there it is. Now I want this thing called dual axis. So I want to, this is one of the things about Tableau is there's always another way to do it, but video showed you one way, a bit confusing I think a little bit. So now I'm going to take profit though, and it's called dual axis. Here's one axis, here's another one. So I'm just going to take profit and put it, watch, see that? I put it there. Now I got this thing. And what the heck is that? That's even more confusing. But we can, this marks card will start making more sense, but I can make some adjustment as you move through this. But I'm going to go, and I'm going to, instead of a bar, I'm going to go a circle. Ha. Okay, that looks better, right? And notice I have sales here on this axis, this profit on this, and the axes aren't the same. Sometimes they are. This is 90,000 and that's 700,000. Sometimes they are, and then when they are, you can sync up the axis, synchronize it, but it doesn't make sense to synchronize it for this, I don't think. So, anyhow, that's all I want. So we got 2 here. We got 2 things. We got a box plot, box whiskers, plot, whatever you want to call it, and we got that. That's all that the assignment requires. Sheet 1, sheet 2, you can label these if you want. Go ahead, I don't care. Now I'm going to save this again. I saved it previously. I'm going to save it again because I'm paranoid. And now I got to bring this into D2L. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, what you do is simple. You just, so I have 2 tasks here, right? I got that sheet, box plot, and then I have this. I just go File, and I saved this before, but I save as, make sure it's this, TWBX, the X is important because it's a package workbook. If you save it like this, I'll just send you an email to resave it and send it because I can't open it up like this. It needs to be a packaged workbook that makes it available to me so I can review it and grade your assignment. So save it as that, Tableau packaged workbook, and then just grab it and put it into D2L, just like you normally would. Simple enough. Once it's saved and you get out of it, have to get out of the application. Once you're out of it, you just go here, and I'm in D2L, under Assessments, Assignments, Replacement for Task 12. I go add a file, I go to my path, which is on my computer. I don't want to show you that, it's just obvious. And you submit it. So, and you also submit your answers to this as a separate file. So that's a TWIBEX file. And then you also submit your answers for this, which is a Word document. All your other things here, this is 10 points. So you have two files, your TWIBEX file here, and then this video summary there. All that combined, 30 points. Yes, it's a lot of work, but think about how cool it's going to be once you know Tableau. I mean, you're cool already, right? But think how cool you're going to be once you know Tableau. So, all right, that's it. A little bit over 30 minutes to explain all this. Sorry, but it is what it is. Have any questions, shoot me an email. We'll set up a Zoom meeting, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.